Hi all you beautiful talented people, Terry Thacker here from A Thacker Art, and today I'm going to give you an update on my e-bike. I bought an e-bike a couple of weeks ago, and unfortunately on my first ride this happened. So I contacted Addmotor and told them this happened because the bolts that hold the fork secure were loose. Actually, one of them even fell out. So I contacted Addmotor and asked them to send me instructions on how to fix this issue. And I did a video on the first instructions that they sent me, which did not work. So they sent me a second set of instructions, and here's the video of that.
就预剪一下，再用大头再剪一下，这样时间。大头。敲到了，慢慢，单的跑路它可以，这个单的。
Unfortunately, I forgot to film the fix that I did, but I will explain it to you right now based on the video that they sent me, and I have a little bit of update on how I actually did it. I did a little bit differently than the video. The video will be effective, but the way I did it was also effective. So here it is. So as you saw in the video, first of all, let me show you, these are the bolts. Here's the bike. Okay. All fixed. And of course, as I showed you in the last video, these are the bolts that came loose on the fork on both sides. So in the video, as you saw, they instructed you to first of all put a cloth. First of all, to put a cloth down here in this area. Now, to do this, I had to take off the fender and the light. But when you do the cloth, in the video it's not real clear how they put the cloth, but the cloth must go under this brace right here, the first one on the bottom. It goes under it. So I believe the reason why you hit this bar across here, because the light wasn't on there, is to just loosen the stanchions a little bit, the bars that hold the fork straight. So I put the cloth there. In their video, they show you one person. See these little sections right here on both sides, on the bottom and the top brace or holder or whatever that's called, have a little bit of separation already, but they had you put one person held these open on one side first, and then the other person took the mallet and pounded on this bar right here. Okay, one thing that wasn't real clear in the video to me, again, this light will not be here, or the fender. So you're going to be pounding on this section right here to loosen it up, and you will put the rag, so you don't want to damage your thing. So you're pounding. But what you need to be doing when you're pounding, the side that you're going to adjust, you need to be pulling up. What I noticed is not real clear in that video. Can you see me doing that? Okay, you need to be pulling up here as you're hitting the mallet to pull this up, and it adjusted very quickly. Okay, the other thing I did a little bit differently, because I was impatient and I didn't want to wait for somebody to help me, was instead of using 2 people, what I did was I took the screwdriver, separated it. I'm not going to do that now because it's already fixed, and I put the flat part of the wrench in there as I separated it, and it held it open. And so I used 2 wrenches. I did one in the bottom and one in the top, and that worked just fine. I didn't need another person. It kept it separated long enough for me to fix it. I was a bit frustrated and impatient with Addmotor, I will admit, and this did happen on a Friday, and so I was asking them to get back to me during the weekend, and again, I had just paid so much money for this vehicle that I was just frustrated. But the truth is, they got back very fast, and they sent me the video very fast, and it did fix the problem very effectively. I appreciate that they were so quick to help me with this problem. I have ridden this bike probably about, let's see, let's turn it on, I'll tell you how far I've ridden it so far. So you got to turn on the battery right there, and we'll go ahead and look at how far I've ridden. So I've ridden this bike about 59 miles, as you can see. Now the stanchions and the fork are perfect, very straight and very fine, and I put on the stuff back together, and here's how the bike looks now. I'm very happy with this buy. I'm going to do a fuller review a little bit later on of the unboxing and my experiences with it. I want to give you some advice right now. If you buy this bike, be sure that these bolts on the fork are very tight before you ride it, so that you don't have the same problem I had. Anyway, I will get back to you with an update on my travels with this bike and what I think fully of it and what it's for. So stay tuned, and peace and love to you all.